What sector involves more than 600 businesses, employing over 40,000 people and generating in excess of $12 billion of work annually? It's the New Zealand civil construction industry, building, managing and maintaining New Zealand's civil infrastructure. It's a diverse and competitive industry, with organisations ranging from owner-operators to large multinational firms with thousands of employees. The industry is driven by a strong client and customer focus, embracing innovation and new technologies, improving productivity and developing the capabilities of industry members, whilst always putting health and safety first. The industry is the backbone of New Zealand, building, managing and maintaining transport infrastructures such as roads, bridges, airports, ports and rail corridors, water services such as dams, water supply and reticulation, energy infrastructure with generation and distribution, agriculture, recreational facilities, along with natural disaster protection and much more. Representing the industry is Civil Contractors New Zealand, a strong and proactive representative industry body. We sat down with Peter Silcock, the CEO of Ccnz, recently to discuss how the civil construction industry underpins New Zealand's infrastructure. Very pleased indeed to have the CEO of Ccnz, Peter Silcock, here with us in the studio. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Greg. I'm great, thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit about Ccnz, perhaps some of the history of the organisation?
Yeah, look, the organisation has been around quite a long time, since the 1940s, but under a different guise, because in 2015, the Contractors Federation and Roading New Zealand merged to form Civil Contractors New Zealand. So, that's where we come from. We've got certainly a long history of representing contracting businesses.
And who are some of your members? What sort of organisations do you represent?
So we have companies are our members. We have 400 member companies. They're all contractors, and that ranges really from the tier ones like the Fletchers and Fulton Hogans and Downers and other large, some of them international companies with and right through to small operators operating on a very much regional basis, and maybe just one person and a truck and a digger type operations.
What are some of the roles that you provide as Ccnz for the membership?
I think, look, the key role that everyone wants from Ccnz is their advocacy and representation, making sure that there's a voice for contractors being heard, both nationally and also regionally with local government particularly, because a lot of our clients or our members' clients are actually central and local government. Although obviously there's a lot of other work that we do both in the farming, energy sector, water sector are really important, as well as transportation.
Thinking about membership again, 2020 being the year that it was certainly challenging right across multiple different industries, every single industry throughout New Zealand. What did Ccnz do in relation to members, and how did you interact with the industry?
Oh, look, undoubtedly 2020 was a very challenging year for the industry and of course for Ccnz as well. I mean, the key thing that we have done is represent the members in the development of the COVID protocols that our members are using to work under the various alert levels. Quite a bit of the industry, maybe around 5 or 10% only was able to operate under level 4 because they're associated with essential services. So that's around making sure that our transport systems are safe and there's access for everyone, but also making sure our water, our energy, our communication systems were maintained during that period and didn't fail. So about 5 or 10% of our membership would have been working, but most of the workers were able to get back to work in level 3 as a result of the work that Ccnz did along with the Ccnz, the Construction Health and Safety New Zealand, and also the Construction Accord. So we had a big role in that. Our organisation during that period, we looked at what we could ourselves, retain our membership through that period was really important to us. So we offered quite a discount to members, 2 months basically free membership, and we provided a lot of support and information to members about what was going on. So really pleased to report that we maintained and actually increased our membership during 2020.
Now, you're looking towards the future, and I understand that the area of contracts is an area of concern for Ccnz, and obviously for Ccnz members. What are you doing in relation to the NZS 3910 contract?
Well, we have initiated a review, and when I say we, it's actually the New Zealand Construction Industry Council that both BOINZ and ourselves are members of. So we've been driving that, and it's come through the Accord. It's about how that standard is actually used. It underpins around 75% of construction contracts in New Zealand that are non-residential construction contracts. So it's an important document, and it's an important document in terms of our relationship between contractors and our clients. And I think through the Accord, we're all trying to change things in that area. And the review of 3910 is going to be pivotal to the success of the Accord and making that relationship between clients and contractors much better.
What's our work pipeline looking like here in the across the industry?
Yeah, I think as we go into 2021, we feel quite positive about the work. Obviously, we've got about $2.6 billion worth of shovel-ready projects. A lot of those have taken some time to get going, but we expect them to come through in 2021. We've also got the NZTA's New Zealand Upgrade Program. So over 8 years, something like $6.8 billion. And that's added to the Land Transport Fund, around about that sort of $5 or $6 billion a year.
What is Ccnz doing in terms of ensuring a continuing flow of staff and employees into the industry?
Yeah, look, it's undoubtedly the level of work we've got coming up this year is going to really challenge us around the staff to man those projects and the expertise to man those projects. We have our Epic Careers and Promotion campaign that Ccnz has been running. We're also working with MSD and MB about how we bring people into the industry and creating a clearer pathway for bringing people in and showing them what the industry is all about and what the great things we're doing. So yeah, that's there's a lot of people, even those working in the industry, who had no idea the industry existed until they entered it. We've got a lot of work to do, and a big part of what we at Civil Contractors New Zealand want to do is make sure that we have a healthy industry. So that is an industry where there's work for not just the big guys and not just the small guys, but there's work for everyone, and that we have a professional industry, one that people want to work in and people have pride in working in. And I think if we can do that, the industry will continue to grow and benefit from that.
Peter Silcock, CEO of Civil Contractors New Zealand, joining us here in the studio. Thank you very much indeed, Peter.
Thank you.